This is going to be a video for the eclipse seasons we are in. Eclipse season means that we have a lunar eclipse, which is sovereignty, and we also have a solar eclipse, which is a threshold. And I invite you to just choose one of these. Of course, I'm going to read you a little bit more about what means the threshold and what is sovereignty, and then you can choose easier. I can also help you with a card, a flower. So for the solar eclipse we have the Sweet William, grant me a single smile. And the lunar eclipse will have the Coreopsis, always joyful. Write it on your heart that every day is the best day of the year. The solar eclipse. When the shadow of a new moon crosses the terrain of the planet, this is when a solar eclipse is experienced. The solar masculine is aligned and supporting the lunar feminine at this time. So it's a great moment of equilibrium between the feminine and the masculine energy. The moon is in between the earth and sun in an exact alignment for a portal to open. Like the high priestess in Tarot, standing between the pillars of wisdom and knowledge, the moon becomes the gatekeeper of this threshold. A deep intuition awaits you if you have the courage to walk through. So that's the solar eclipse, and I will do a special reading just for the solar eclipse. And then we have the lunar eclipse. The full moon is bright and luminous, and as the earth's shadow travels over the moon's body, she is slowly transformed into a lunar eclipse. During a lunar eclipse, the earth is between the sun and the moon. The earth and moon's energy merge into one. The moon becomes an embodiment of Gaia herself. She is the reflection of the divine goddess in all her sovereignty and shows you how to fully embody your own. The lunar eclipse marks an end to an eclipse cycle that begins with a solar eclipse. You have the power to contemplate and integrate deep changes within your karma and soul during this time. Take a moment. Maybe you are attracted to both of them, and I will come back with a reading. So your choice was the threshold, the solar eclipse, the Sweet William flower, whatever the reason for your choice is. Here you are. And I have here 3 cards. We have the earth, the moon and the sun, so the position of these 3 when it's solar eclipse. And we have a card from the ancestors and a card from the divine. So as above, so below. Let's start with the earth. And for the earth you got the card Amuata, Sage of Higher Knowledge. Yes, and look at this, you have another owl, and this is what you need for this threshold of the solar eclipse, the higher wisdom. Seek what feels true, even beyond the logical. If something doesn't feel right, challenge it and dig deeper. Educate and inform yourself on matters of importance to you. Trust that your mind is strong and bright enough to do this. Enhance your self-esteem by researching for information and trusting your intuition to help you discover what is useful and true. Have faith in your own mental abilities. The oracle of Amuata comes to you with guidance suggesting that you take your time to inform yourself. If you have a decision to make, Trust your instincts and your intuition above and beyond logic or other people's opinions, but make sure that you obtain the information that you feel is most useful to your decision process. Amwata urges you to take care around simple accepting the opinion or point of view of others, even if that person has been a trustful guided for a time or has many credentials. Sometimes your inner knowledge shall encourage you to a different course of action, even if you have great respect for the person offering their opinion. The universe may simply have other plans for you. You can do this by relaxing and try to connect with this mind of the universe, with a higher knowledge. You see here in the card, it's like you open your heart and then you stay open if you can without thoughts, and then you will just know what's the best for you to do in whatever situation you are. And this has to do with all the cycles of the moon. We can see it here, not only the solar eclipse, but it starts maybe with or it ends with this solar eclipse. For the moon, I went to the Lenormand cards and you have a 21. Wow, look at that. Here is 12 and here is 21. Even the numbers are like flip. And the mountain normally seems a kind of problem, something that blocks our view. And this was here. You see, your view is blocked. You have maybe a lot of opinion from others, but then you close your eyes and you find the knowledge in you, not necessarily expected to find it outside yourself. And you need a lot of strength to do this, that the mountain is like challenging you to find the strength in you to do what you want to do. And also being aware that you already have what you need. And then the card from the sun, again, from a Lenormand card, you have a number 10, so it's the end or something and a new beginning. And this is a card of cutting through things, cutting away all the problems. I think you pronounce it scythe. It's like you are just accumulating your energies and even cutting the connection with the outside world for a while so that you can find your inner strength. I love this card with this golden thread. They are made based on the Japanese principle of Aum, that we can repair everything and it doesn't matter, it seems like it's a mess, but then you make repair and then you add gold, so then you see when it was broken, but now it's even more beautiful. Amazing message. The sun will bring the light on the things that you need to let go, you need to cut off. And then we have a message from your ancestors that says, see from a higher perspective. Wow. Look again, the eye here. Yes. And this is the higher perspective that you get when you look for the higher knowledge. Of course, everybody is well intentioned, but even if you are facing this mountain, if you look from above, you see maybe there is a way to go around or to avoid the challengings, or to put it in a higher perspective and to understand that this is part of life as well. It's maybe an experience. And I just heard some days ago a discussion about astrology, that some will tell you, don't do this, your planets are not on your side. But actually, the meaning of astrology is to encourage you to experience life, but in a way to know that the energies now are more difficult, but still this is part of your experience, this is part of your path. And if you see it like this, it means that maybe even on the other side of this mountain, there is something important for you. There is a point on your journey. So don't avoid the mountain, don't stay at home. No, it's not the time. But just know that you also have the strength to do what you need to do. You will not have a problem, let's say, if you don't also have the power to face it. This eagle is taking his power and courage from the sun. He approaches all things with intelligence, grace, and has the capacity to make a plan from a higher space before putting it into action. It shows you that you have a real ability to take things higher and to move beyond the limitation of your ego and your selfish desire. There has to be an issue that you need to solve right now, and then you don't know how, or you get a lot of advices, and these cards are somehow trying to give you another option on how to look to the problem, because maybe you are limited at this time in your vision, and maybe you are just desperate, or even in your ego, or you don't see your potential in this situation, and other people are involved, as we already said, and they try to guide you in a certain perspective, but you feel that something needs to be changed. These cards are somehow suggesting you to take another road, a higher road, if it's over the mountain. Know that if your intention are not for the highest good, it will always hold you back. You will not be able to get over the situation. And this is like a medicine, that you really feel that you are love. You can feel the love of Father Sky, and do everything from a place of love, from your heart. And then let's see what is the message from above. Wow, and then you will get liberation. This is my favorite card from this deck, with the dragonfly. Richard Rudd from the Gene Key says that the Gene Key 54, I think, it's the Gene Key of liberation, and he associated with the dragonfly. Wow. The doubts and fears still come up. You don't believe anymore that they are you. Yes, that's it. The doubts are there, the fear are there, but you choose to be free of your own fears and doubts, and then find the strength in you. And you choose at every moment love from the heart, or you choose to act from the heart. Even when the worries and doubts are coming, you just tell them, thank you, but that's not me. You see, even this green color, it's the color of the heart. I hope that these cards are useful for you, and thank you for... If your choice was the lunar eclipse, the sovereignty, or this beautiful flower, the coreopsis, thick seed, always joyful, wherever the reason was for you, just make this choice. Here is your reading. We have the cards of the earth, of the moon, and of the sun, like the position that we have when we have a lunar eclipse. And then we have a card as a message from the ancestor, and another one as a message from the divine. So let's see. We start with a card of the earth, which is about your current vision of yourself. Wow. This is how you see yourself, as the white buffalo woman. Or maybe this is how you really are. This is the most beautiful card I find from this deck. Then when we see the white buffalo again, the new earth is here. hopeful heart see her sign. You are the sign. You are the shining one. So beautiful. But let me read you a little bit more. Even if it's not too much to say, if you already see yourself in this way or you are aware that you are like this, have hope, for you are pure of heart, and white buffalo woman appears as the divine sign of rebirth and harmony. She is the way shower who lives as one with the Great Spirit. She teaches the practice that will free and empower us all. She heralds the birth of the divine upon a new earth. You are held in her heart, and you will recognize her beautiful grace of spirit in your own. Rebirth and spiritual promise. It's like you come out after a challenged, dark time, and you finally feel that it's something pure, something beautiful. It's coming into your life, and this will happen under the auspice of the Great Spirit. Just forgive yourself and others, and just claim the purity and the goodwill that is in your heart through nature. Act in accord with heaven or with your higher self, and release and renew. The good and true will triumph in the end. Have faith, because your prayers were listened. Start your day trying to connect with your higher self. It's one to be heart-centered, which is amazing, like we see here, but then also soul-centered. Connect with your soul and just ask or have the intention at the beginning of the day to bring what it's for the best of all, with your thoughts, with your words, with your emotion, and with your actions. And then the rest will unfold. So let's look at the card of the moon. From the moon, you have this cross. Wisdom from your queen self. A 36. So here you had a 44. Now you have a 36, a 9 card. These are all beautiful numbers, but especially the 44 was let's say a unique number. So these are maybe the burden, the sacrifices that you did to come here, maybe based on destiny, on karma, on religion, or even spirituality. Sometimes it's like you feel you were given a hard responsibility, and you accept it and you embrace it and you carry it. This was your cross. But now you see, this cross you also carry on your chest, and look what is birthing from there. Know that it's the ending of the period when maybe this cross felt as something heavy, or a kind of suffering, or maybe something that you just feel as a sacrifice. And now you will see the results of your prayers, of your hard work. And from the sun, I choose this beautiful Aurum Leonard deck, where we repair everything with thread of gold, make it the things even more beautiful. And you have the card of stars. Wow. The stars here, stars. You are now one with the stars, one with the universe. It's like a beacon in the night. It's hope, success, good fortune, recognition, fulfillment. All this, it was worthwhile. And that can come to you in this period of the eclipses or with the lunar eclipse. You cross the threshold maybe already, and you are now a sovereign person. It's like your wishes come true. Just focus on that maybe with a lunar eclipse. Your wishes would be, if you are the buffalo woman, the highest good of all and of this planet as such. This is how you can reflect your light. See, my cat agrees, my cat. This is how you reflect the light, you see. You are a star, you do reflect your light. And then if you still have some insecurities, a card from the ancestors. Look at that. Star ancestors, follow the voice of your soul. Wow. That's what I really said already. Connect with your soul. You are a star seed. You are coming from the stars. We all come at one point. We have the stardust in us. And yes, maybe your ancestors are not only from your name lineage, but also from the stars. And then just ask them to guide you when you felt insecure. These are light beings who are dedicated to heal and grow the world. They are embodiment of love. They are bringing wisdom from the higher realms. They show us there is a deeper purpose to your human journey. You were not only born on purpose, you are born for a purpose. You always have their support. It's like your friends who just wait for you to ask for help. And somebody said, or I was reading somewhere yesterday, when a friend comes to you with a problem, maybe after he struggled a lot with the problem, and you say, why you didn't tell me before? I could have helped you. I wanted to be there for you. And that's the same with our star ancestors. They are willing to help, but we need to ask. Everything starts with a question. Matthias de Stefano said, where is the question? When there is a question, there is an intention, then you are open up to help, to assistance, to the mystery. You stop trying to find a solution with your mind, and you are opening to whatever the conscience and subconscious can bring you. And that's the question, actually, this opening. And then the help will come, or the solution will come, or the idea will come, whatever you need. It's like you are remembering that your soul is connected with all these light beings, and then there is the guidance that you need. So wherever you feel insecure, maybe remember this card, that you are shining like a star, and you have all these other stars as friends and support. And the last card, your intuitive wisdom, also from above, non-duality. Yes, look at that. You are Alpha and Omega. You are in the center of the Merkaba. You are in the center of the flower of life. We are in the world of duality, but we can choose this non-duality. Let your authentic humanity shine forth while also bowing to the inner divine. You can become fluent at doing both. And maybe that's how it felt, like a responsibility, this purpose. You knew all the time who you are. And now you just allow it to shine, and you are sovereign finally. And you choose to be always joyful. Write it on your heart that every day is the best day of the year, of your life. I hope these beautiful cards are useful for you, and thank you for watching.